A time of deepening crisis, political unrest throughout the globe. And just over the horizon were even more awesome perils. To the prophets of doom, the conclusion was obvious. Planet Earth was spinning rapidly towards a terrifying end. It was at this critical moment in our history that the leaders of the Western world turned to one man. A man of action. A man of style. A man who could succeed where other men would fail. A man who could say then, just as he does today.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
I've been asked to state my feelings about a fellow named Bond, James Bond. Well, as I see it, 007 is really a 10. He's our modern-day version of the great heroes who appeared from time to time throughout history. There were many like him in the past, pioneers, soldiers, lawmen, explorers, people who all went out and put their lives on the line for the cause of good. Bond is fearless, skilled, witty, courageous, optimistic, and one other thing, he always gets his girl. He meets up with some pretty terrifying enemies, but somehow with his determination, skill, and yes, the help of a good script, he always triumphs over them. James Bond is a man of honor. Maybe it sounds old-fashioned, but I believe he's a symbol of real value to the free world. Of course, some critics might say that Bond is nothing more than an actor in the movies. But then we've all got to start somewhere.
007 is here, sir. We'll see you in a minute.
Moneypenny. What gives?
Me, given an ounce of encouragement. You never take me to dinner looking like this, James. You never take me to dinner, period. James, where have you been?
Much too far from you, darling.
Same old James. Oh, only more so. Heartless brute, letting me pine away without even a postcard.
Pine no more. Cocktails at my place, 80s, just the two of us.
James.
Moneypenny, a feast for my eyes.
What about the rest of you?
Well, I was going to get around to that.
I think the thing that I like about James Bond the most is he's British. I think that's it.
James has to be one of the world's most attractive men, which is probably why he's usually surrounded by the world's most attractive women.
I believe that James Bond is one of the two great lovers of the world. Modesty prevents me from telling you who the other one is.
James Bond. Wherever you are. Who loves you, baby?
I don't know how to say goodbye.
Actions speak louder than words.
You're so right.
For all of us, James Bond over the years has kindled the spirit of adventurism and all. In many respects, he has been a sort of composite Three Musketeers from the modern day. I frequently wished in the anguish of diplomacy that we could resort to the kind of direct action which is his characteristic form.
It's easy to understand the universal appeal of James Bond. Women find him sexy and attractive. Men admire his daredevil exploits and courage. And children consider him a real storybook hero. And to think he does all of this without a single candelabra and a piano.
Conserve your gas supply. Speak only when necessary.
As a sub-lieutenant, Commander Bond passed out top of his submarine training class. He had a distinguished career as a junior officer in diesel-electric and midget submarines. Bond is highly effective underwater. His athletic build was ideally suited to this type of work. His muscular frame and long legs resulted in a hydrodynamically efficient, highly maneuverable underwater body, rather like a tadpole. Unfortunately, Bond was just a little bit too irresponsible and unpredictable to command a nuclear submarine. For example, one or two Wrens had to leave the service in a hurry. Was therefore transferred to special intelligence.
We're very jealous of him in America because he keeps saving the Queen and the country all the time. He hasn't done a damn thing for America, and we're pretty sick of it. As a matter of fact, we tried to have him killed a couple of times, but they sent back about 11 CIA guys just beating all.
James Bond, of course, is a fascinating, romantic figure. He, very challenging sort of missions he's been on. He's accomplished so much, apparently. But, you know, I'm a little puzzled as to just how he is so successful. He violates some of the ordinary rules, because the job of a spy is to be unobtrusive.
I admire your courage, Miss...
Trench. Sylvia Trench. I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond. He has to be much more the gray man in a crowd who just sort of isn't noticed by anyone. The man who can't catch the waiter's eye in a restaurant, for instance.
Yes, sir. The lady'll have a Bacardi on the rocks.
For the gentleman, vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Touche.
Commander James Bond, recruited to the British Secret Service from the Royal Navy. Licensed to kill, and has done so on numerous occasions. Many lady friends, but married only once. Wife killed.
All right, you've made your point.
I'm very glad we still have some spies like James Bond on our side. Some of them less obtrusive, less dramatic, but still very effective.